Can you hear me? What about now? Any good? Mute my phone. All right, let's do it. All right. Mm-hmm. Guys, what's going on? It is Wednesday, and you know what time that is? It means we're having the live stream right now where we're going to do some live trading. The whole goal, like how we've been doing, is pretty much the same thing, $1,000 per trading session. So if you kind of add that up, that's around 3 grand in a week, which is very good, right? So 12 grand in a month, which is fantastic, especially for a lot of people that don't make that in a month. So that's kind of the goal. If we fall short below it, okay, fine. But we have had the streak of actually making 5 grand per trading session. But due to that, I want to give you some good content and try to explain and show you like how I'm using pocket options and doing this. I continue to trade either way, but a good thing is that if you, for example, if you have one trading session, your goalie week is now, or your daily, your weekly goal is 3 grand. If you make 3 to 6 grand in that week, you can kind of mm, call it for the rest of the week and kind of get your mindset. So that's kind of a good habit. I've done that before too. But being part on social media, it's a little different because I try to stay active and answer questions and cover some material either way. So ignore that, right? But again, the goal is 1 grand. Hopefully, we can make more. If we make more, definitely not a problem. So we'll get started, right? So one thing that I've started doing with you guys is covering crypto a little bit, what the market's doing, at least by crypto bubbles, right? So let's jump and take a look at that. Yeah. So the market cap for the day, Bitcoin's up 3%, Ethereum's up by 7.7, Doge is up by 5 as well, Solana is up by 4.8, and XRP is up by 1.4, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I read in the news that they got liquidated like 400 something million. So, oh, look at that. Cardano is up by 11.3% for the day, which is really good. I mean, when you look at the price, that's not so hot, but especially when I remember it was like $3. So a big difference. Yeah. But I just like to take a look what's going on there. I like to use crypto bubbles simply because since I have multiple monitors, I can just glance at it really quick and find it, and it just physically appealing to my eyes and breaks out of the whole um, digital digits that's sitting around everywhere because that does become bad, right? Okay, so with that being said, let's take a look at the market. Now, remember, I don't look at the market until I'm with you, so I don't touch anything until that point, right? So you see everything fresh out the gate. I'm going to delete these because they are not relevant, and let's look at the hour time frame to get an idea of what our trends are doing. We're going to be doing the euro US dollar. The return rate is pretty good. I mean, it's fantastic at 92%. So Bitcoin's also at 92%. Why isn't it loading? Okay. And it didn't delete those. All right. And with the 1 hour, where's our direction? It is going south with a little bit of rejection. Okay. 15 minutes. Majorly south, but it could be bouncing up. And we'll go to the 5 minute to plant everything. Oof. Okay, it's been climbing down. So that's our direction, right? So let's make our support and resistance and separate these just a little bit so we don't get all confused and lost. Should be 5. All right, starting from the bottom. And this is a solid one. Yep. Mm, honestly, yes, that's one. And let's go back because it's climbing down. I want to see if it goes any lower. Nothing lower for a while, so we're reaching some new territory. Mm-hmm. And I just want to kind of, man, we haven't reached that in a long time, and about right where we planted it. So that's where it's bouncing off of way back here, which is crazy. All right, back to it. That's the 5 minute. And now we're going to use a 1 minute for our entry spots. I am definitely not going to do that. All right, so check it out. We made like 7 grand Monday. So my real account sitting at almost $191,000. And here's the 1 minute starting to kind of bounce up a little bit. So I'm going to add one more horizontal line, and I'm going to change that color. Right, I want to change that color because we're going to be using it as a marker, because this is where we'll be kind of coming back up to. Change this to like 2 minutes, and honestly 145. 245 is on the time frame is like where we've been, but I want to try to play around a little bit in on live with me right now. That way we can kind of check and see if we can kind of break out of that 2 minutes. The longer the time frame, it's slower to make money, so you can really make less profit, but it's a little bit safer, right? So remember that. I want to be a little risky, but not too risky, right? So I think 1 minute here, and I'm gonna wait and see. Yeah, and I'm gonna go south here. Yeah, and we're gonna wait and see. See if it's gonna keep pushing down with 1 minute and 40. Kind of strong right here. Now, what this body is doing, see, we have like this candle not quite engulfing, and then you can see that it was going down and coming up, but also not so strong. So that's why I believe it's going to continue to go down. It's not a guarantee, but it is possible. Now, this is where the time frame can be, the countdown timer can be tricky, right? And I'm not going to roll that over right now. By the way, if you remember on Monday, we made a mistake, right? So if I click here, you see how that opens up? And sometimes I'm clicking, it's doing that, and I miss, like if I'm trying to roll over or something, or if I'm trying to click to take it off, I'm clicking double up. So don't fall for that one too. And we have a rejection coming up off that recent here. That's when we drew that. You can see it's rejecting. And we have like 20 seconds left to see what it's going to do. A little bit smaller with a wick up top. And I don't have enough time. My timer is not enough. I don't believe. Maybe we'll just barely click on it. Barely. Yeah. Maybe if we don't get stopped out too soon, we're barely going to get it. Uh okay, we lost it. Not a big deal. Hmm. Yeah, if you guys got any questions, wanting to know why I'm doing what I'm doing, uh You have to ask me. Sometimes it's a little hard to just think of it on top of my head while still watching everything, right? And it's frozen. This sucks because I like to see what the candles are doing. Why are you doing this? Why are you being a stubborn ass? Okay. Yeah. Very good. So 2 minutes and 45 seconds is about, or 2:30 even, is our golden spot. So I wanted to check that. And if my timer on the previous trade was just a little bit longer, even the 2 minutes, it would we would have fell below it either way, which I knew we would. Is just about uh, that time. So here with the Euro US dollar, what I'm finding is 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes on the 1 minute time frame is a good place. And it would have been better to like right here enter this one for 1 minute. Um, Roll that over. This is rejection coming down, but it's still getting pushed. So all right. See, yeah, would have been better there, a little bit more stable. Ah, it got me again. So I wanted it up higher. So here's that line too that we went way far back on that, and then we're bouncing off of that. We took the 300. Mm-hmm. A little accumulation. So if it breaks above this little marker here, we could probably see it to start to actually rise up, depending on how this candle is going to do. It is so this one needs to close above it, and then the next one needs to form in about 30 seconds above it, and then we know that we're going to continue going up. And I'll enter a longer position, but I'm trying to go along with the trend, and we're probably going to lose this, which is not huge, right? So we're still in profit for the day, but yeah. So we lost these two. Not a big deal. I was just thinking it was going to come push down. When I told you it'd be better up here, but we still would have got stopped out. So how is it? Is it going to push back down? Yeah, it's going to get pushed down. The little excitement coming in right here. Another 250. Risk it. I'm trying to jump ahead of the curve. It doesn't always pay out. So 30 seconds in. This huge wick just has me believing that the sellers are still in power, but very can very easily be proven wrong. Yep. Nope. Come on. Keep pushing down. 30 seconds. And ugh, this stupid excitement's going to close me out. Yep. All right. Okay. Not a big deal. 30 seconds. It looks like it's going to close over. And I'm going to put 500 in about 3 minutes. Go down just a little. And I'm going to get ready to enter to go up if it closes above it. Oof. No. Yep. Man, it's really fighting pretty hard. Let's see. And this candle is going to confirm that it's going to go back down. Oof, bad entry. Testing. This, this can be really good entry points. Yep, getting rejected. All right. Oh, it's the waiting game. Mm-hmm. Lower lows, lower highs. Just some excitement coming in. Come on, start dropping from the excitement. Don't let the excitement stop me out here on these. Not enough time to, but it's gonna stop me out on these 1500 and it did. Okay, damn it. Uh, stop me out. So now we have lower lows, lower highs. Oh. Now the waiting game for like 8 grand. And it'll put us at our daily goal. And we're not going to touch anything. We just wanted to, it's to go down just a little bit more. So that way the excitement from the buyers are coming in with this candle and don't push past our countdown marker. Super. To be 11 grand in profit. Mm-hmm. I, I need to think about getting some better internet. Th- Ah, okay, we won them. See, that's what 94 grand. So we're 4 grand already in profit. So they closed. Yeah, they closed, and another grand. It's 95. 5 grand in profit. 20 minutes. Strong push forward up. Won that one. Mm, the excitement coming in. Come on, 40 seconds. Great. Ah, tight moment. Tight, 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 tight. No, come on. Either way, we're still 2 grand in profit, and we're getting stopped out. Okay. Hmm. All right. 2 grand in profit still. And we close strong above it. And if we drop this and it froze. Ah, wait, no, we won some. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna lose some, but we're still in profit, which is good. Okay. We're gonna let these kind of close out because how much? 193 grand. 3 grand in profit. Not a big deal. Nothing major, but we're still coming out on top. And we could still see this bounce off here now because it's above, so it's can bounce and kind of come back up. So we still could win these. Maybe not. It would really have to shoot up after this, but looks like she's going to continue to go down. All right, not a big deal. So we made some profit. I made a lot more. Um, Risked it again. You know, you make some profit. You can risk a little bit more from your profit, just as long as you're still in profit at the end of it, right? So that's kind of a big thing. So I'm gonna call it quits there. 3 grand. Again, the goal is one, 3 times above. It's fantastic. Calling it quits here. Yeah, we were riding this area, broke above. I just think it's still gonna go up. So to go like 10 minutes in to go long here, I think it was still gonna come up. You'll be good, especially if you're bouncing off this. And now this one I would change this to green. Um, because it's a solid support level at this point because we're bouncing off of it. right? And now it's acting as a solid support. Um, so it's pretty strong, and I wouldn't doubt it's gonna for a couple of candles kind of come back touch and then start to climb back up, and which is a big gap. So if you can pay close attention to like right here in this area, you'll find it. And also these are irrelevant too. You have this window, right? So like right in this area here, it's going to kind of come back down and do this. So you have a stronger point that it's going to start to come back into this little window right here versus breaking below that at this point, right? Because it hasn't done that in a long time. So it would really have to be pretty strong. But I just think that it's going to kind of bounce it and start to shoot up past this or in between. So you can see the candles, the bodies of the candles are pretty long and it covers it, so it's kind of risky, which that's where we lost our money from. But this one was the one I was waiting for, this big gap here. But it's all right. Again, we still made some profit. And now to go up, for example, to trade in up, if you're trying to catch a swing, right now would be pretty good, I think. After this, whatever this candle is going to do. So however this candle is going to close is a very important, right? So if this candle closes still below it and pretty strong, then it's going to go down. But I would still be careful because um, I think it could still drop. I mean, it can. It's always 50-50. I mean, you never truly, absolutely know. The whole point is to get that chances a little bit lower. But what I'm expecting is what I would like to ride would be this one right here. So even okay, so if you want to be smart, wait for it to break above that. You have a few candles. That's probably what we were doing there, right? But it didn't. But the chances of it actually coming in and breaking above is pretty strong. So I would risk this one, big time. And there you see that rejection. This is what I was talking about. So it's going to come in, break above this. The next candle is definitely going to break above this resistance, and yeah, you got it now. No wick here, only higher, and you got the wick only at the bottom. So this one's going to go above. So like I said, if you have like 2 minutes here, like how we were talking about, and you enter down below here, you're probably going to close up above pretty strong. So you're whatever how much you're trading right here will be a winning trade. Yep. And I'm going to watch it with you before we go, just to show you what I mean, just so you can kind of see it. Remember, I was talking about entering here, or even if you enter this one, this is 1 minute. So you're already halfway through and you're down here at the bottom. Very good. This is just the excitement. This push. You're going to see this coming in more. And if you're here, chances are you've already closed and made your profit. 40, 30 seconds, you're going to see it come up just a little bit. Yep, 30. It's going to come. Just a little retracement. Nothing to worry. But that's what stops you with your timers. That's what the horrible thing with timers. And you can see why this one's risky. The candle bodies takes up most of this, so when you have your candle bodies as several inside of the gap, that's usually going to be a good window, or a good gap to kind of trade inside of. Next candle will be green, pretty sure. Rejections all in the bottom here. Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's going to be it for today. We made our 3 grand in profit versus 5, not so strong, but I'm 10 grand in profit over the last week easily, right? Or this week so far, right? So 6 grand Monday, 3 grand today. We're 9 grand just in 2 days of trading. So Friday, we're going to do the same thing, same time, 1 o'clock on Friday. Don't miss me. Be there. Join our social media as well. And we're going to do some more trading, maybe some more risky trades. right? Make it a little bit more interesting for you guys. And I will catch you next time, guys. Happy trading and enjoy.